Because we could almost look at that as like those are our about pages and things like that. And you're like, yeah, okay, it's there, but we don't spend a lot of time on those. I mean, we write a paragraph about us and we're like, that's pretty good. Okay. Right. We focus on other areas of content. And you're not saying that blog posts and white papers aren't important, right? But what you're saying is start paying attention to the things that are important, that are foundational to you and a business, right?
It's helpful to understand how an LLM answers a question. So Yext Research just did a study. We published it just this week. And we analyzed 6 million citations. A citation is like the little source of information that AI references to answer questions. So by the way, you can do this experiment right now. Go ask ChatGPT or your favorite LLM a question. And then at the bottom, it will have a little link that says sources. You can click on that and see all of the things that it cited. You can also ask it, how did you answer this question? So I'll give you a recent example. I asked, who is the best orthodontist in Portland, Oregon, where I live, that accepts Cigna insurance and offers Invisalign treatment? So if we break this question down, when I looked at the citations, the first part of that question was best. Who is the best orthodontist? So to answer that part of the question, ChatGPT looked at review sites. So it looked at industry-specific review sites. It looked at Google ratings, but it was saying, let's crowdsource to find out what other patients have said about the best orthodontist in Portland. To answer the question, is this an orthodontist? It looked at Google categories and categories on, medical directories and listing sites. Portland, Oregon referenced maps, Google Maps, Apple Maps, those sorts of things. And then to answer the question, does it accept Cigna insurance? Does it have, does it offer Invisalign treatment options? It looked to websites and local pages. So that brand's website. And what we found is that 40% of the sources that were cited were brands' own websites.
Ah. Then you say websites, you mean multiple sites or pages on their website or?
Correct. Like detailed pages on their websites, right? So say you are a multi-location brand, you probably have a specific page for every single one of your locations because maybe you have different services. If you're a restaurant, maybe you have different menu items, business hour. But if you are a Nike, you have a dedicated page for every product that you sell, the colors of the shoes, the sizes, the, features. Are they great for running or whatnot? So the great news is if 40% of the sources that an LLM is referencing come from your website, that means you have control over that story, right? So you just have to give it the information, right? Like you have to have those pages available with as much detail, accurate detail as you can, so that if my local orthodontist said that they accept Cigna, but they didn't call out that they offer Invisalign, they may not show up in that answer. So it's like detail, detail, detail. Get down to the nitty-gritty facts and structure them in a way that LLMs like, which is short, sweet snippets or chunks. You've heard the word chunking, right? And in natural language. So it will then take that and write an answer that sounds natural, but try to avoid keyword stuffing and some of the things we've done in the past for SEO and just write a natural sounding answer.